Hello and welcome to their PlanetDestiny video. This is Patrick Casey, otherwise known as Holtzman, and today we'll be going over what is new in the upcoming Iron Banner and what to do to prepare for it. Let's go over what hasn't changed. You will still be randomly rewarded armor and weapons when you win a match. You can still unlock more gear for purchasing from the Iron Banner by ranking up through wins and bounties. Your previous Iron Banner rank has been preserved for this Iron Banner. Now, there's a lot of things that are new coming to this Iron Banner. Only players level 20 and above can lead a fire team. There are now 5 reputation ranks which will be reset at the start of each new Iron Banner. The Iron Banner armor now has the ability to raise your light level to 30. There is a new buff called Tempered. It's a player-activated 12-hour boost to all reputation gains for the Iron Banner. Reputation gains are still only awarded to the winners, but partial reputation is awarded to those losing via medallions. You are also able to reforge your weapons for Motes of Light. Finally, the bounties have changed up a little bit. While we still have most of the same bounties, you won't be getting them from the bounty vendor anymore. To get bounties now for the Iron Banner, you have to go to Lord Saladin. There are 2 new salvage-specific bounties, and also bounties will be rewarding more reputation and experience. In addition, there are now 4 weapons that you can get from the Iron Banner. These will be divided amongst rewards and purchasable from Lord Saladin. Now, how should you prepare yourself for the upcoming Iron Banner? The first step is really gearing up. You need to have the highest light level possible, much like PvE. Players that are within 3 levels of each other light-wise will still be able to be competitive with each other. So leveling up the armor that you currently have is very important. If you're in the market for new armor, personally I suggest the Dead Orbit armor, as it gives you more strength and discipline, the 2 things that you really use the most. I found that focusing in on intellect too much leads to you never having your grenade or your melee ability up when you really need it. As far as which exotic you should use, pick one that really fits your playstyle more. I use Knucklehead Radar on my Hunter, but sometimes I might use Lucky Raspberry just because I like using grenades a lot. The important thing about the armor is that it works with your playstyle and it's leveled up to the highest level possible. If you need help getting some materials to level up your armor, check out some of our farming guides. As far as which weapons you should be using, again, this is pretty much a personal choice. I've seen every single weapon type used well in the Crucible. Me, I prefer to go with the lowest time to kill possible, so hand cannon and sniper rifle are the things that I tend to gravitate towards. Now, if you're someone that's not going to be able to level up their armor all the way, then you should at least level up your weapon all the way. Bungie has stated that those that have the max leveled weapon will still be able to compete with other players. When picking out the right weapon for you, you really need to know what your playstyle is before you really commit to one particular weapon type. I feel that playstyles can be divided into 4 separate classes. I'm going to be taking a little bit from the YouTuber Rel here. He succinctly explained this. Playstyles can be defined into 4 separate classes: high skill, high aim, high skill, low aim, low skill, high aim, and low skill, low aim. I generally refer to skill as being your general self-awareness and how quickly you can get the drop on someone or position yourself into advantageous situations. Aim is simply defined as how well can you aim on the target. For those of you that are really high skill, high aim, you probably already know your weapon type. Generally, those players will be using a scout rifle or a hand cannon as their primary, and a sniper rifle, because these weapons have very low time to kill and can be used in pretty much every single situation. Now, for those of us that might be high skill, low aim, which is what I personally define myself as, you're going to have probably a little bit more trouble finding a weapon that really works right for you. While you're going to be getting yourself into more advantageous situations, sometimes you might not actually be able to take full advantage of that situation because your aim is so low. Personally, I find myself using a hand cannon more times than not, simply because when I do aim correctly, it does the quickest job. For those of you that are also low aim like me, generally starting out with an auto rifle like with the Vanquisher from the new Monarchy vendor is the best route to go. That's the one that I started out with and then moved on to other weapon types as I got more comfortable aiming. finding a weapon with really good stability is something that you really want to be looking out for, so you're not having to fight against the weapon while you're also trying to fight with your aim. If you are a low skill, low aim player, it would probably be best for you to just use an auto rifle, as this weapon, it works in pretty much every single situation. It's a good Swiss Army knife type weapon. As far as secondaries for you to use, probably just sticking to a shotgun or a very fast charging fusion rifle will be the best thing for you. Finally, once you have all the items that you need to spend some time tweaking the skill loadout that you'll be going into the Iron Banner with. Not only should be using the subclass that really matches your PvP style, but you're going to want to be using skills that will work in PvP over PvE. We have some articles discussing a lot of these skills, so go check those out. But the important thing that you should be taking away from them is that your movement, melee, and grenade abilities really are some of the most important things that you use in the Crucible. There's no cost to toggling these skills on and off, so really experiment over the coming week so you can really refine and find that build that works for you. If you would like to read more about the Iron Banner and how to prepare for it, we have articles on our website outlining all of the bounties, new armor, weapons, and an in-depth preparation guide for the actual Iron Banner. Check those out on our website, PlanetDestiny.com. This has been Patrick Casey with Planet Destiny, your guide to the Destiny universe.